Yeah, I'm here in effect. If you hear some loud noise in the background, people popping firecrackers. I don't know why they popping firecrackers. I just feel like the way things been, it makes no sense to even think about popping firecrackers. You know, somebody has told us to celebrate this day as an independence. But if you're not displaying, showcasing, educating, communicating about the whole reason, it makes no point even celebrating it. You just doing something to be doing something. So it's like this whole day has no purpose. It's like the education out there, but the financial spending is supposed to be there. People are going out financially spending money on things. True. The things they're spending money on is doing something. It ain't educating nobody. It's just entertainment. So it seems like people just out for some sense of entertainment as they, you know, live out this day that's been informed to us is a important day. And I come to realize it's only important as the people who feel it's important. And if you don't feel like it's important, it's just another day. No, not Mr. Rogers, just another day in the neighborhood, but it's just another day. So I would just sit back thinking, I was like, how do you want to celebrate your day? And, keep that same energy tomorrow. If you're going to do firecrackers and barbecue today, do that tomorrow. Do it the next day. If you're celebrating what it truly means. It's similar to like, I know I used to do this when I was young. It used to be like, can't sin on a Sunday. You can't use these bad words on church ground. You can't do bad things at church. And it's like, God can see you everywhere. So what make the church sacred? Right? So if you have a mentality of, I can't do something because I'm somewhere, maybe you shouldn't be doing it at all. If you don't have this same energy about Independence Day tomorrow, you shouldn't be doing it today. You know, so we definitely get into these times where we make excuses to do stuff, and we just make excuses to not do stuff. Both of them, but it's like what you want to do, and I think that's what it really symbolizes: what you want to do and how it affects others. So that's where I feel like the energy should be. And I was having a conversation with a coworker, and we were just going into deep details about how it's hard telling somebody something that they're reluctant to understand or even care about. It's just hard. She was telling me how she was having a conversation with her parents about how like poor people struggle with getting their basic needs met, so it prevents them from excelling. And her dad was like, well, you know, it's their parents' fault. Their parents should be taking care of them, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't worry about it. And it was like, I be feeling the same way. When I talk as a social worker, it's different. I talk as a normal person in the past. But now, I kind of like tie those in together. It's like when you know better, you just do better automatically. And if you're not doing better automatically, you don't know. You don't know. You know, you can be informed something, but you don't know. When you start acting, you know. So it just had me thinking about a lot of things. I was like, yeah, that's totally true. I feel like a lot of things stem from people's upbringing, and it's cycle. I once had a client, and the client I had, their mom, the mom and the son was going through a CPS case. So the kid went to his grandmother's house. And interviewing the grandmother, she told me about how she went through the same thing with her child. And they both lived in the hood. And, the kid had behavior problems and the mom had behavior problems. And, I was just like, man, it's a cycle. And then she later got pregnant with another kid. And I was just like, this ain't good. You are creating barriers and preventing your, growth. You're preventing generational growth by, just going to the cycle of your parents. And a lot of times you don't notice in advance. You get this little split moment to learn these things, especially when they're not told to you at the appropriate times, and each kid's different, I'm able to reflect on things when I was younger, but it was based on my social environment. My social environment was going through the same thing I was going through, but we had influences as kids. But kids influence kids, but adult influences are able to weed out some of those things. I give you an example, like, low income and a high income kid can do something, same thing, good or bad, together. But when they separate, they can go home to parents that care and say, how was your day? Conversation. They get a better understanding of their day. Low income kid may not have parents at home, so he go home and he just dwell in his own perception of what he did. So he can feel a certain way about what he did and it be positive, and he keep moving with it. Or it could be negative and he cannot move with it. But over time, if these consequences aren't, like, if it doesn't linger with them long enough, it just becomes like fast food. I got fed, cool. I got fed, I got good. It's no growth from it. It's not a, hey, this making me better. Hey, let me stop doing that. It's, I got it. So that's what really dawned on me when I was thinking. I was like, so if you don't know, you don't really get a chance to, I think, clearly reflect on what you did. Because everything you do is internally first before external. The world only know about what you tell them. So, but the world do have a sense of what's going on, because a lot of times we did things as teenagers that our parents did, but it was on different levels. But it was the same thing. It was different levels, And same thing with the next generation of kids. They're going to do things that we did, but it's on different levels, I can only imagine if I had Snapchat when I was 13, 14. Stupid stuff I would have been doing. So yeah, definitely got to think about those things when you are going through your situations, because it's like, if you're not able to connect with it, the understanding not there. So when you have people doing things because they've been told something, that has the same effect. If someone is telling somebody something that not good, they're going to internally kind of do it or not do it, but it's internal first. If somebody telling you to do something wrong, you're going to think about, why is it wrong and why are they telling you this? So that's what's super critical when you're having these conversations with people, or you just dealing with your social environment. But all right, holla y'all.